Peace, everyone. Thanks for joining. This video is on behalf of the Credit Redemption. Bear with me, guys, as I work through my Rust. I have not made a video in a long time, so just be patient with me until I get my wings back, okay? All right. Okay, so this video right here is specifically about the very first blog for this website. For the Credit Redemption, this blog was actually originally written up April 30th of last year. And I had promised myself that I was going to make a video for each of the blogs that I've written because these blogs, in my opinion, are valuable assets for individuals that are looking to improve their financial situation. So before I even get deeper into this article, let me just kind of give you a brief synopsis about what this whole thing is about, okay? All right, so this is one of um, my multiple businesses, but this business is special because the reason it came about was sort of um, not something that I planned. It was really incidental. My original business is more geared towards the technology area. However, what ended up happening was when I was dealing with a lot of clients, I realized that a lot of people have a lot of dreams that they want to pursue, but there was always one common denominator: finances. It was that one thing that I've seen that everybody. It was just a major obstacle for everybody. It's one of those things that if it's not something that you have mastered, I don't care what kind of idea you have, you're not going to go anywhere with it. You have to first um, master or at least have a solid financial your financial affairs has to be in order for your business to take off or progress. All right, so before I even get into that, a little bit more about myself. My experience with credit is really it's really more of a funny story than anything. It was like something that I really just didn't know anything about, and it's really ironic because I actually partially studied business while I was in college and took on a lot of business courses at a real university, and I can't remember a single time anybody had even mentioned the word credit. I mean, they might have like casually, you know, mentioned it in a different context, but not, in a way that um, that um, should reflect what every individual should know. It should, in fact, in my opinion, should be the primary focus of any individual that is in college prior to graduating, because you know lack of credit knowledge is a major problem for a lot of people that have not that blame college degree for not getting a job or whatnot, or not being successful. Um, if you really dig deep into their issues, you would see that a lot of it is stemming from um, just weak financial background or financial portfolio or just no financial knowledge. Pretty much, nobody had ever taught them anything about how credit works. And it's really funny because how are you um, expected to operate in this society without the knowledge of credit? And I came to find out the hard way that the knowledge of credit is extremely important because I had actually wanted to. Uh, I had actually been in business more over 10 years, and I had all the best ideas in the world, and um, all the business plans and whatever. And I've tried everything, and you know, the stumbling block was always ended up being it was always money. It was like, oh, I had this perfect plan I was gonna execute, perfect vision, business plan, all these things, and then boom, oh, I needed something to do with credit, either a credit check or I needed some sort of um, a deposit or whatever that required credit, and derailing ended up derailing my plans. So um, I when I after failing for so many years, it finally dawned on me that, hey, you know what? Maybe you should stop everything and focus on credit before you even get into any business. So when I started looking into credit, it was just abstract to me. It was like, people are talking about like credit repair and all these things, and I was like, how can you repair credit? That don't even sound right. That sounds like a scam, like. And then there's like all these debt settlement agencies, and all these debt collectors claiming uh, to make deals with you so they can help remove derogatory information from your credit, but you end up paying them, and the information it still stays in your credit, or even if it drops, it comes back later. And I mean, it's just like it was just the whole credit thing is just it's overwhelming. There's just way too much information. First of all, you have to deal with three major bureaus, and I mean, dealing with the credit bureaus is just it's not a very fun thing because it's just talk about, complete red tape situation, So um it's really something that you don't want to wait till your situation is worse to try and fix. You want to be proactive, like, especially young kids that are in college, this is your time to really fix your financial situation prior to graduating, so that when you graduate, um, you're able to carry out your dreams, whatever it is, whether it's running a business, having a job, whatever. So anyway, so I'm over here, trying to figure out this whole credit thing. I was like, all right, so what do I need to do to fix, to so-called quote unquote fix my credit, repair my credit or whatnot. I then no, my the only experience that I really had with credit was, when I was in college, my first credit card, I got a, Capital One 250, max it out right away, taking out cash advance with like ridiculous interest rate. They had no idea what I was doing. I mean, just literally just going on a spending spree, buying shoes, and just not even knowing what the whole point of credit was. And so I had all these, derogatory information from like 10 years that just were persistent and perpetual. They just never seemed to disappear. I had, a bunch of medical stuff, student loans. All in all, I had like over 22 negative items on my credit report, and I was basically certified to be poor for the rest of my life. If I hadn't taken the time to figure this whole thing out and work it out and solve it, I mean, 22 items, because the way that these bureaus trick people, you think, yeah, 7 years is gonna drop off, right? But you have 22 negative items in that 7 year period. Because you have 22 items, that means, okay, you're basically been certified to be poor until those 22 items get taken care of. So that means you're only